Picture a world uncharted and unknown, a globe only partially revealed. This is the world in the 15th century. The era was brimming with curiosity and wonder, a time when maps held vast swaths of emptiness, punctuated only by cryptic warnings of "here be dragons." It was a time of burgeoning Renaissance thought, when the boundaries of human knowledge were being pushed and prodded from every direction. In the heart of Europe, amidst the narrow, winding streets of Genoa, Italy, a new figure was taking shape. Born into a world on the cusp of a paradigm shift, a man named Kristof Kolomb began to form a vision that would forever alter the course of human history. This was an era where the unknown was met with courage, not fear, when the unexplored was a siren call, not a deterrent. In this era of uncertainty and adventure, a figure emerges from the crowd, Kristof Kolomb, a man destined to change the world. Born into a middle-class wool weaver family, young Kristof Kolomb was not destined for obscurity. In the heart of Genoa, Italy, Kolomb's early years were steeped in the rhythm of looms and the hustle of the wool trade. His family, skilled wool weavers, were well respected in their craft. Kolomb's education, though not extensive, was enough to ignite in him a love for learning. He attended a local school where he was taught reading, writing, and arithmetic. However, his heart was always drawn to the sea. The bustling port of Genoa, with its ships coming and going, was a playground for his imagination. He soaked up stories of far-off lands and maritime adventures from sailors, fueling his fascination for exploration. His childhood curiosity for the maritime world morphed into an insatiable desire to explore, to chart the unknown, to push the boundaries of the known world. These formative years sparked a flame in Kolomb, a flame that would lead him to the edge of the known world and beyond. A man with a dream, Kolomb believed in a westward route to Asia, a belief that was met with both skepticism and intrigue. In the heart of the 15th century, a time when the world was flat in the minds of many, Kristof Kolomb was a man who dared to dream differently. He envisioned a new path to Asia, not eastwards as was the common belief, but westwards, across the uncharted vastness of the Atlantic Ocean. A route that would bypass the perilous journey around Africa and offer a safer, quicker passage to the riches of the East. But, as with every revolutionary idea, Kolomb's vision was met with a wave of skepticism. Monarchs and scholars, entrenched in their traditional views, looked upon his proposal with suspicion and doubt. Even the Church, a powerful institution of the time, was reluctant to endorse a venture that defied the conventional wisdom of the age. Yet, Kolomb was undeterred. He faced the opposition head-on, armed with his unwavering conviction and a contagious passion that began to turn the tide. He sought audiences with monarchs, tirelessly explaining his theory and its potential benefits. He rallied support from influential scholars and navigators, slowly chipping away at the wall of skepticism that stood in his path. His efforts bore fruit in the courts of Spain. Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, in a bold move, decided to back Kolomb's expedition, swayed by his persuasive arguments and the tantalizing prospect of a new trade route. It was a pivotal moment, a victory for Kolomb's persistence, and a testament to the power of a dream. But even with royal backing, Kolomb faced a daunting challenge. He had to navigate uncharted waters, guided by nothing more than a belief, a dream, and a compass. The world watched, some with bated breath, others with cynical amusement, as Kolomb embarked on his voyage into the unknown. Despite the challenges, Kolomb never wavered from his vision, a vision that would soon materialize. Finally, in 1492, with the backing of the Spanish monarchs, Kolomb embarked on a journey that would redefine human understanding of the world. The anticipation hung in the air, as tangible as the salt-laden sea breeze. 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Nina, would become the vessels of discovery, carrying brave souls into the unknown. The journey wasn't without its challenges. Amid the vast expanse of the Atlantic, the crew faced seething storms, unpredictable winds, and treacherous currents. The sailors, seasoned though they were, grappled with fear and uncertainty. The vast, uncharted ocean stretched out before them, a seemingly endless expanse of water, offering no promise of land. It was a test of their courage, their resilience, and their faith in their leader. Kolomb, with his unwavering determination, navigated these challenges with a steadfast resolve. His belief in his vision was unshaken. He rallied his crew, urging them to press on, to conquer their fears and to hold fast to their hopes. Each day brought them closer to their goal, each sunrise a symbol of their enduring spirit. And then, on the 12th of October, the moment they had all been waiting for arrived. Land. After more than 2 months at sea, their eyes finally fell upon the lush green landscape that would later be known as the New World. The sight of land, so long desired, so feverishly sought, was an overwhelming relief. It was the culmination of their hopes, their dreams, and their tireless efforts. With land under their feet, Kolomb and his crew had accomplished the unthinkable. But the journey was far from over. Kolomb's discovery of the New World was a turning point in human history, but it was a double-edged sword. The discovery of the New World by Kristof Kolomb, more commonly known as Christopher Columbus, indeed marked a significant milestone in human history. It was the dawn of the age of exploration, where curiosity led the way, unlocking a world previously unknown to many. One of the most profound impacts of this discovery was the Columbian Exchange. This was the widespread transfer of plants, animals, culture, human populations, technology, diseases, and ideas between the Americas and the Old World. Foods we relish today, like potatoes, tomatoes, corn, and even chocolate, were introduced to the rest of the world thanks to this exchange. It was also during this period that the horse was introduced to the Americas, altering the lives of indigenous populations forever. However, the discovery also paved the way for colonization. European powers, enticed by the promise of wealth and resources, started establishing colonies in the New World. This led to the spread of European languages, religion, and cultural practices across the Americas. This colonization, however, came at a devastating cost. Indigenous populations were exploited, their lands taken, their people enslaved. Many were wiped out by diseases brought by the Europeans, against which they had no immunity. Their cultures, languages, and histories were suppressed, and in many cases, lost forever. The impact of Kolomb's discovery, therefore, was far from black and white. It brought about an era of global connectivity, exchange, and understanding that has shaped the world as we know it today. But it also marked the beginning of centuries of exploitation and oppression for indigenous populations. Kolomb's legacy is complex, a mix of exploration and exploitation, discovery and destruction. It's a legacy that continues to provoke debate and reflection, reminding us of the power of discovery and the responsibility that comes with it. As we look back on this turning point in history, we're reminded of the profound ways in which our world has been shaped by this singular event. Kolomb's legacy is complex, a mix of exploration and exploitation, discovery and destruction. As we reflect on the life of Kristof Kolomb, we find a man of vision and determination, a man who changed the course of human history. The story of Kolomb is one of epic proportions, a tale that begins with a humble birth and culminates in voyages that reshape the world. Born in a time of great change, Kolomb seized the opportunities presented to him, setting sail into the unknown with an unwavering belief in his mission. His voyages, 4 in total, bridged the gap between the old and new worlds, opening the door for an era of exploration and exchange. However, the legacy of Kolomb is not without controversy. His explorations led to the colonization of lands already inhabited by indigenous peoples. These encounters often resulted in violence, disease, and the decimation of native populations. For many, Kolomb is seen not as a hero, but as a symbol of oppression and destruction. Yet there is no denying the lasting impact of Kolomb's voyages. The world was forever changed by his daring explorations. The exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between the old and new worlds, known as the Columbian Exchange, revolutionized societies on both sides of the Atlantic. Foods like potatoes, tomatoes, and corn became staples in European diets, while horses and cattle transformed the landscapes and societies of the Americas. The ongoing debates about Kolomb's legacy remind us that history is complex and multifaceted. It is a tapestry woven from countless threads, each one contributing to the larger picture. To understand Kolomb is to grapple with these complexities, to acknowledge both the triumphs and the tragedies of his life. Kristof Kolomb, a figure of controversy, a figure of discovery, a figure who, for better or worse, shaped the world we live in today.